Hi guys, this is the painting we will paint today. Here the picture is already framed and matte. I try it on in the home interior. I start with the sky and water. Here I use ultramarine and burnt sienna. I make the water at the bottom darker by adding chromium cobalt mist. Reflections in the river should be dark, so we will take more pigment. Burnt sienna, ultramarine, burnt orange quinacridone. I remove the excess with a dry paper napkin and a flat synthetic brush. I take the pigment with the same hard brush, indicating the water surface. Then I continue the reflections on the left using the same colors and take the pigment on the right as the paint dries. Mountains in the background with chromium cobalt mist and ultramarine, as well as bright trees, burnt sienna, cadmium orange, quinacridone, burnt orange. Soften the sharp edge with a wet brush. Moisten the bottom edge and add the shore. Here I use olive, quinacridone and burnt sienna. For small stones by the river, I take ultramarine and burnt sienna. I add trees in the background with burnt sienna, soften the edge with water, and make a splash of water and my dark mixture on top, covering the sky and the river with napkins. The coast on the left is also with olive, burnt sienna and quinacridone. In the shadows I use ultramarine and burnt sienna. I also make a spray covering the sky. Tilt the tablet so that colors mix and create an interesting effect. I take a thin, flat, hard synthetic brush and remove the sharp edge. I add a cold bluish color to the mountains because warm paint from the shore has flowed there. I'll get a little wet with a wet paper towel to create a haze effect. Reflections in the distance: sienna, olive, ultramarine. For the stones, I take cadmium orange, ultramarine and white zinc gouache. We apply the pigment and white while the paint has not had time to dry. We remove the top layer of pigment where its light part should be. Using an unnecessary discount card, we will get a beautiful texture. Also, until the paint has dried, we add a shadow under the stones with more ultramarine to our mixture. In some places you can scratch with a palette knife to show cracks. I soften the edge that comes into contact with water with a wet brush. Stones on the left do the same principle. I moisten the paper with water in the foreground where the river is. I make a mixture of ultramarine, a little chromium cobalt mist and a little white gouache. Light spray with water for a foam effect. stones in the distance. Here I noticed that there is not enough tone in the reflections, and I strengthen them after moisturizing the paper. The colors are the same: burnt sienna, quinacridone, ultramarine. We also darken the space between the stones on the left with the same color. We take a Chinese calligraphic brush, ruffle it, and draw the foliage of autumn trees, with the rest of the paint from the stones and more water. Here I darken the reflection on the right to emphasize the rapid flow of the river. I will also mark the surface of the water with our water mixture with horizontal strokes. I take the pigment with horizontal lines and a synthetic brush. We make a mixture for pine trees: ultramarine, green and cadmium orange. The mixture is thick, less water. The brush is large, calligraphic. From above, I spray clean water with my fingers. We scratch the trunks of the front mass of trees with a palette knife. Now we will plant trees on the left. The mixture is the same, and add tones to the grass with burnt sienna. The stones on the right with a mixture for stones. Take a thin schlepper and make dark trunks for trees. Here you can take our mixture of ultramarine and burnt sienna or just one dyke. We add tones to the trees with our ready-made mixture. Trunks on the right. We make a grass on the left with the dry brush with our dark mixture. Signature. Remove the tape and enjoy the result. I hope you like the process and you will try. Good luck to you, and all the best!